Have you ever felt like saving money is just this constant battle? You try to budget, you track every penny, but when the end of the month rolls around, there's just not a whole lot left to put away. But what if I told you there was a way to flip that script completely? A strategy that lets you build wealth without all the stress and micromanaging. Well, today we're going to dive into exactly that. How to automate your finances and make saving, believe it or not, completely effortless. So, what's on the agenda? First, we're going to look at a super common problem I call the saver's dilemma. Then we'll unlock a really powerful mindset shift. Pay yourself first. After that, we get into the nitty-gritty of how to automate your savings. We'll see why starting small is actually a huge win. And finally, we'll talk about the ultimate goal, building that rock-solid financial safety net. All right, let's jump right in. The saver's dilemma. Here's the thing. We tend to think that saving more money is all about earning more money. But the real secret? It has way less to do with the size of your paycheck and everything to do with your strategy. To see what I mean, let's just imagine two people. We'll call them Sarah and Emily. Now, they make the exact same income. Sarah does what most of us think we're supposed to do. She budgets down to the last dollar and hopes to save whatever's left over. But honestly, she just feels like she's constantly treading water. Now, Emily, she's different. She has one simple rule. She takes her savings out first, right away. Then she spends the rest of her money totally guilt-free. See the difference? It's not about the money they make. It's about the method they use. And that brings us to the core idea, the big solution. It's a simple, but honestly a game-changing shift in how you think about your money. It's called the pay yourself first mindset. This quote says it all. This is your new mantra. Before you pay for rent, groceries, Netflix, you pay yourself. You start treating your own savings like it's the most important bill you have because, well, it is. This whole approach actually has a name. It's called reverse budgeting, and it's brilliant. Instead of saving the leftovers from your spending, you spend the leftovers from your saving. See how we just flipped that? This completely short-circuits that feeling of, oh, should I buy this coffee? Is this dinner too expensive? By saving first, you already know your future is taken care of. The rest is yours to spend without that nagging voice in your head. Okay, so this pay yourself first idea sounds great, right? But how do you actually do it without adding one more thing to your already packed to-do list? The answer, my friend, is automation. It's about building a system that does all the heavy lifting for you quietly in the background. And here's your 6-step plan to get it done. First, pick a goal and open a separate savings account for it. Giving your savings a name makes it real. Next, set up an automatic transfer from your checking to that new savings account and time it for payday. Better yet, try this pro move. Split your direct deposit. Just ask HR to send a piece of your paycheck directly to savings. You never even see it, so you never miss it. Now, this next part is key. Keep that savings account separate. Don't link it to your debit card. Make it a little harder to dip into. And don't forget to use the tools you already have. Check if your bank has a roundup feature. It's an awesome way to save without thinking. But most importantly, start small. Choose an amount that feels almost too easy, like 10 or 20 bucks. The amount doesn't matter at first. The habit does. And if you're wondering if this really works, just look at Rosa, a dental hygienist. She set up an automatic transfer of just $25 per paycheck and turned on her bank's roundup feature. That's it. 1 year later, she had over $1,400 saved. She barely even noticed the money was gone. That's the magic of set it and forget it. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking. I don't have enough extra money to save anything meaningful. And I get that. But the real power here isn't about the amount you start with. It's about the habit you're building. That's the secret weapon of micro savings. You see, when you save just a few dollars at a time, something amazing happens psychologically. It makes it so easy to just get started. It takes saving from this giant, scary mountain you have to climb and turns it into a simple daily step. Each small deposit reinforces this positive behavior, building a powerful habit. And you know what? It gives you a sense of control, which just crushes anxiety and builds real financial confidence. So, all of this, the mindset shift, the automation, the small habits, where is it all leading? Well, it's all building towards one incredibly important thing, your financial safety net. This is the ultimate prize, the thing that gives you true peace of mind. Oh, there's so many yummy vegetarian options out there. You could try like lentil soup, veggie burgers, tofu stir fry. The possibilities are endless. I want you to look at this number for a second, 62%. That's the percentage of all personal bankruptcies here in the US that are tied to medical bills.
It's a staggering number, and it's a brutal reminder of how one unexpected event can turn your world upside down. And that is why an emergency fund isn't a nice to have, it's a must have. We're not talking about saving for a vacation here. This is for the stuff you can't see coming. A medical crisis, a sudden job loss, your car's transmission deciding to quit on you. It's the cushion that prevents a bad situation from becoming a financial disaster. So once you've got your automation humming along and that safety net is starting to grow, you might be asking, okay, what's next? If you want a little more structure, a great guideline to look into is the 50-30-20 rule. It's simple. 50% of your take-home pay goes to your needs, 30% to wants, and a solid 20% to savings. It's a fantastic framework to keep things balanced as you move forward. Okay, so we've covered the why, we've covered the how, but none of it matters until you take that very first step. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. What's one small transfer you can automate today? Right now. Seriously, it doesn't have to be big. $20, 10, even $5. The number is not the point. The point is to start. Because that one tiny automated action is the first step toward building a much more secure financial future.